For Ellen, nah, we should give Ellen the studio treatment
Alright,
as she would give us.
what makes me laugh is in the run sheet we have this like, what would you call it, like a public run sheet? Well, it's not public. It's
Shared.
a shared.
Yeah, shared document.
We
Yeah.
have a shared document, right? And in it, Dan put Ellen's special review in brackets if watched. If watched. Who do you think I am, Dan?
You gonna drop the ball on us? No, never
No
for this
way.
show.
Listen, I had to watch this shit.
Well, because I didn't know
Without the
if
pod.
you were gonna have watched it before we filmed the episode. So I was like, if you've seen it,
Mate.
let's talk about it.
As sure as I am that the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, I'd watch the Ellen special. I had to. I watched her randomly. I watched her last one with my mum of all people. I don't know why. I think it was a Friday night. There was nothing to watch. We put it on, and it was fine. Like it was fine. Like it wasn't terrible. Like it was fine. Now Ellen's cancelled, so she's back for one last special. She's never coming back again, Dan. Never. Never again.
This
you
is
won't-
it.
You won't see her. She would even make a cameo on The Simpsons. God damn it. In Springfield.
She won't even appear at the daytime Emmys.
No. She
Never again.
She did appear at a few Diddy parties, though.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, Ellen.
I watched this special, pure curiosity. The intro's cringe. I think we all know the intro where she's like, some like stagehand like knocks on her door and it's like 5 minutes and she's walking through the corridor
classic
to go
move.
onto stage and she sees all her achievements, like her coming out as gay, and there's like a frame photo of Dory and it goes, just keep swimming, just keep, and she's like smiling, and then of course the dreaded comments about her being cancelled.
Not the comments.
Yes.
Oh no.
The nice lady is actually not nice.
Oh.
And it's done in a cringe. It's
Oh.
done in a cringe way. Like
Oh no.
Netflix start doing this thing now where like they're like, oh, do you want to like film like an intro? Whatever happened to just a comic walking on stage? It's not enough anymore, is it? It's not enough.
No.
You have to film some dumbass intro.
Look,
Please.
I'll say this quickly as well. I said this in the car when we were on the way here. Ellen is a seasoned,
Ellen DeGenerate.
years-long comedian. Like, she's capable of getting up there and putting on a show for the audience. Like, I have no doubt that her set would be, at the very least, mildly entertaining just from a basic, like, if you've been doing the job for this long, you're probably going to be good enough to put on a show that's watchable at least. Doesn't speak to, like, her talent or, frankly, the fact that she's still on this whole cancel culture thing, which, like, was getting old fucking 3 years ago, and she's still writing that to try and be relevant. It's like, okay, you're a bit behind on the times in terms of where the comedy world is at.
That's my biggest issue is because like she does address it, and that was the kind of like the big draw in for the special was like Ellen finally addresses the controversy.
The silence has been broken.
Yeah, exactly right. The silence. I just think
Finally, she tells all.
She really just like, she took next to no like accountability. Like, I'm not even kidding. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. She really takes like no accountability.
Wow, she just lets it hang out there.
She basically says like, and I think there's a bit of merit to this, and like we really do like to be allies on the show. We love the gays, the theys, and the thems.
We love them all.
The bisexuals and the pans and the trans. We love them, okay? And I normally would like be defending someone because she is gay and a woman. And look, do I think that some people came to attack her because she's gay and a woman? Of course. That's just life.
Right.
But to blame it all on that, I think, and be like, because I'm a woman and the way I spoke to people, it was misinterpreted, but a man could do it. I just don't know if I agree with that person. I just think she's just a shitty person who, she has a whole bit. She's like, I was driving into the Warner Brothers lot every day and seeing a massive billboard of my face. Look, to give her a little bit of credit, that would 110% go to your head. Like,
Totally.
it would.
Totally.
It would. It
an
would be
ego
so
fuck.
hard to stay normal. But I think it's the whole idea of like, these people complain about me and they misinterpreted it. And that's their problem. That's their fault.
Yeah.
And, she basically is just like, I'm a good person and I think I'm a good person. That's all that matters. I'm sure fucking you can say that all you like, but it doesn't mean it's true. Like it doesn't mean it's true. That's my issue with it.
I think another thing too is like you make a good point that are there times when people get thrown under the bus or their positions get interpreted in worse ways because they're a woman or because they're a gay person or whatever. Sure. However, Ellen is sort of one of the few people in entertainment and in culture who had kind of managed to surpass that and managed to transcend that. Like in the same way that Elton John became so big that, your conservative uncle...
Freddie Mercury's a good one as well.
And Freddie Mercury.
Now
they go,
homophobic.
So amazing. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant artist.
I know someone super homophobic who loves Queen. And whenever you bring up Freddie being gay, he's just like, we just don't talk about that bit.
Yeah, it hits you with the...
Look, my biggest issue with Ellen at the moment is it's like she's like, I want to do the special so I can live my own terms. My reply would be like, why stop? Like, you have people who are willing to come to your shows. She can continually sell out stadiums, I don't know, theaters, but like, you know what I mean? Like, why quit? Just keep going. Like, I don't...
Well, that's
sort of... You're going to annoy Portia so much.
That's sort of interesting.
She brings out Portia at the end.
Wait, on stage?
Yes.
No.
She's like, it's my anniversary, and
get out.
I want to bring out Portia, and she looks so different to what
Ellen
she did.
is never gonna shut up about that. Every year she'll be like, "Remember when I brought you out on stage for our anniversary? Wasn't that nice?"
The crowd. I saw one man in the audience. I'm not saying anything.
Called gay pop.
Does that be like us seeing Katy Perry?
Well, he's smart, in my opinion, if he's trying to find a lovely date. They loved her. She could take a fucking steam and shit on the floor and they clapped. Like,
well, they're there to see her,
Yeah, and I think they forgave her, and nor did I think for one second they wouldn't. Like, she could have done anything, and they love her. And I think, look, I think it's great. This is so woke and cringe of me to say, but I think it's great that like there's comedians that women can look up to, and I think there should be more female comedians in the space. And the fact that she's just retiring and being like, see ya.
Well, so this is what I mean. I think it sort of sadly shows that, did she do this special because she knew she had an audience, she wanted to give them comedy, or just because she knew in the eyes of the public, the way she left and the way they saw news stories, that would be their kind of definition of her. And
well, that's what she says. She says, I wanted to live on my own terms.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, like, takes no...
So it's like she only did it because she was cancelled, and so she's literally telling you, I only did this like so that my image isn't tarnished.
Yeah.
In retirement, basically.
And she like lists all the journalists and excuse me, she lists all the.
That's pretty sour. That's pretty like.
What's it called? Like the
outlets, yeah.
Outlets,
publications.
She released all the outlets. It says all the outlets, and
wow.
Look, I think Ellen, like, my biggest issue is like, why didn't she? Why are you stopping? Like, what are you? I mean, like, she's not like super old. Like, what are you gonna do all day? It's like, I don't know. I don't know how you can go from doing. I think the Ellen show. I think it was 5 days a week.
Yeah,
it was big.
Yeah,
like, like, how can you go from doing that?
Well,
to doing nothing. It must drive you fucking insane.
But that was also part of the controversy, right? Was because I mean, I think it might have been during the pandemic, but she eventually got the production to the point where most of the days it was just.
Wasn't she doing it from her house?
Yeah. So she had already reduced her workload by the end of the show. So maybe she just got lazy.
Paid like so much money.
Oh yeah.
I think, look, it was jokes about parallel parking and pigeons and chickens and stuff, and
classic Ellen.
I heard Ethan this week on H3 being like, at least she wasn't making like transphobic jokes. That's completely fair, good point.
Yeah,
but she is gay, so I don't see why she would.
Yeah, I guess
why
it's
would
like
she
crossed the lowest
attack
bar.
a minority when she is one?
Yeah,
it's just doesn't make sense.
She's
to
got
me.
a stake in the game, so she can't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. No. Honestly, as much as I don't like her, I just think my biggest takeaway is like, just I understand why you don't just stay. I feel like she might regret it in like 5 years when she's really getting that itch to do some stand up again. And it's like, oh, I can't because I did my farewell stand up show on Netflix. It's like, are you just gonna retcon it all and be like,
well, I'm back.
She's back in gay the nether.
Yeah.
God bless her for being gay. And good luck to her and Portia.
You thought that she couldn't make a comeback, and neither did she. But she's here. Because Portia needs, a new car, a new yacht.
She really does act like she's like. It's just funny because like she really does like drive home like her being the victim out of all of it. But it's like,
come on, man.
You obviously were not like great to your
of
staff.
Everyone,
just admit it.
Of everyone in the story, staff included,
yes.
You had the most amount of money and you left with the most amount of money. So I'm sorry.
Everyone else was just lying. It was all It was all fabricated. And
even if you felt like you were treated poorly in the press, you can't be so disconnected to understand that on a value basis, you walked away with more than anyone else in that situation. So,
and final comment, like, yes, do I think that some people were being like homophobic and sexist? 100%. Does that mean everybody was being like that? No, not at all. Not on your life.
Yeah,
get out of here if you think that. Like, she obviously was just like a shitty boss.
No, clearly, pretty obvious.
And the way she tries to describe it, she's like, we would play tag and like. Maybe the boss running after the employee was seen as a bad thing, but it was just fun. And it's just like one of our crew members was scared of snakes, so we hid rubber snakes in her. It's like, I think you were worse than that. Like,
great.
She got told.
What are they on the Jackass movie now? Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry. Last thing I'll say is like, I'm veggie. Like, I get being like defensive of animals, but like. Apparently she got like really shitty about her staff eating like meat in like the lunchroom. It's like, get over your fucking self. Like, it's just so dumb. It's like, shut up. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. You can't only employ.
I'm veggie too, but it's like, seriously, like, shut up. It's just so stupid. Like,
also, I feel like
she's like, don't talk. Like, and it's kind of disgusting. But she was like, it's like, I can smell the meat on your breath. Like, she hate. Like, she's like. I know it's gross. It's a gross thing to say.
Lame.
But it's like get over yourself. Like not everyone's gonna share your views on animals. Neither do people with mine. But do you think I don't talk to people who? My dad's the biggest fucking. He might as well be a fucking butcher at this point.
Yeah.
He loves meat so much.
I'm sorry, but just on a courtesy basis, like.
Yes, it's so dumb. Like
you're gonna have employees that have different, dietary requirements. Like you can't
just. It's dumb. It's so Hollywood brain. Like
it is Hollywood.
Get them out of here.
Is that meat I smell?
Yeah, I said no meat. Anyway. Rip Ellen, I guess she's done.
Yeah, it's over. Well, at least, like you said, at least she left on her own terms. She says.
Well, that's what she said. All right, folks. It's been fun. It's been great, actually.